You go now, Matt.
Oh, okay. I was waiting to see if you were going to actually drop them or not, but I'll do it. We've got Kevin in Oregon. You're on with Lloyd and Matt. How are you?
Oh, hey, how's it going? I didn't think I'd get on.
Why not?
Hey, I just got a few questions. The first one is, can you comprehend infinity? Is your brain able to comprehend infinity?
Yes, as a concept, I can comprehend the infinity. Can I grasp the totality of infinity? No, because infinity is not a quantity. It just means without end.
Oh, yeah. You just won't give a yes or no answer.
I did give you a yes or no. The answer to your question,
Does infinity exist in mathematics?
The answer to your question, can I comprehend infinity? I gave you a yes.
Okay. Does infinity exist in mathematics?
Infinity doesn't exist at all. It's a concept.
Okay. That sounds. It doesn't exist at all, but it's a concept. So okay. Does it exist? Does it exist as an idea?
Does it exist? So does an idea about infinity exist? Yes. Does infinity exist as an idea? No, nothing exists as an idea. Ideas are abstractions. You understand the difference between like concrete, actual things that are extant in reality and abstractions, right?
Yeah. You ask yes or no answers to people, and then when people ask you, you just.
I gave you really yes or no. You're just.
Kevin, do you know what our screener wrote about you? Our screener wrote, condescending caller, at least towards me. Now you've been condescending towards Matt. This is a show for people who have serious arguments, not for people who just want to fire a series of questions at the host and try and trip us up on something. If you have an actual argument to make it.
The reason I'm asking those questions is because I'm trying to get to a point here.
We're aware of that, and I'm sorry that you haven't been able to get there. Please do.
Do you agree that after you die, you are gone forever?
As far as I'm aware, I have no reason to think that I continue to exist after I'm dead. That is the end, as far as all the evidence points to.
Awesome. So now I'm going to do a hypothetical here. Please don't get mad at me. If after you die, you are dead for an infinite amount of time, then what possibilities are mathematically permissible?
There's no such thing as an infinite amount of time. Infinity is not an actuality. Infinity is not a quantity.
Okay, so if there's not an infinite amount of time, then you aren't dead forever, correct?
No, you can be dead forever.
Well, you just said there's no such thing as forever.
Correct. You don't ever get to forever. You don't ever get to infinity. It always approaches infinity. But after I die, right now, the state of reality is such that I have no reason to think that anything about me survives my death in a sense where I exist anywhere.
Okay, I would agree with that. But how do you know that there's not beings that exist in the future that couldn't just dig you up out of the ground, reconstruct your brain, and upload it on a server?
I don't know, but do you have any evidence that it's happened? Because the time to believe it is after there's evidence for it.
Well, it's hard to present evidence to like a fish that lives in water about land without using hypotheticals. And
no, it's not. You can pick the fish up out of water and set it on the land. And I just presented evidence to a fish that lived in water of land. So come up with a better example.
When the fish gets taken out of water and put on land, what happens to it? It dies.
I can pick it back up. I can pick it back up and put it back in the water. Have you never been around a fish at all?
Do you know about sandhoppers?
Okay, that's fair. Let's pretend the fish dies. Okay.
Why is the fish relevant? Why don't you just, Kevin? Why don't you just acknowledge that the fish was a bad fucking analogy and answer the question that I asked, where you tried to go with the fish?
What question did you ask again? I'm sorry.
Do you suggested that I can't prove that sometime in the future somebody won't be able to dig me up and rebuild me from my constituent parts. And I said the time to believe that is after there's evidence for it. Do you have evidence for that possibility?
I don't know how I would present evidence from the future other than
I don't know either. I don't know either, but you're the one that seems to be appealing to the future. So why would you appeal to something that you're not going to be able to present evidence or argument for?
Well, have you read the book? Are you into the singularity at all? Ray Kurzweil, the head of Google, he says by 2045, computers will surpass human intelligence.
Why are you not sticking with the subject that we talked about? No, I'm not advocating for the singularity. I'm not a transhumanist. It would be interesting, and it's also completely irrelevant to this. The time to believe the singularity is after there's evidence for it. You want to talk about something speculative, that's fine, but that's not what this show is about. You called in with a specific question.
With a series of questions.
Well,
yeah, a bunch of questions. We just want to know what the point was.
I feel like you're contradicting yourself when you say that you're dead forever, but then there's no such thing as forever.
No. So here, this will be really simple. What I said was all of the available evidence shows that when I'm dead, I'm dead. There isn't sufficient evidence to believe in any sort of afterlife, any sort of post-life, any sort of anything down the line. When you have evidence that I will live at some point after my death, and the evidence is strong enough, I will believe that. I'm not asserting as a 100% certainty, when you're dead, and you're dead forever. That's not my position. Why on earth would you try to paint it that way when I explained it the second you called in?
That's also, I hold the same position you do. I'm not claiming to know anything that I don't know, but I'm simply offering you a hypothetical situation.
I'll move on to callers who don't call in to tell me that what we agree on.